Hello, everyone. Trust everything is good over there. This week's episode of the podcast and the video is a very difficult one for me. For those of you who are not residents in Nigeria, um, just a bit of a background that today, October 17, makes it 10 days since the protests began in Nigeria, with the youth calling for the end of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, also known as SARS, that has been terrorizing and taking laws into their hands, and also other demands. And 10 to 15 people have been killed in the seemingly peaceful protests that some have also hijacked and used the opportunity to kill peaceful protesters. And so there's so much, going on in the country, and it took me so long to actually put myself together to do this, And so I'm not going to be talking much in this particular episode. Instead, what I'll be doing is I'll just share a few tips about how to guard yourself and protect yourself, and then I'm going to take us through a process of releasing whatever it is that is within us, as a way of calming yourself in the course of all this. People have seen a whole lot. People have experienced a whole lot. I mean, on the 16th, there was a candlelight service for those who had passed on, courtesy of the police brutality. This is not about people who were hit by an oncoming vehicle, who were run over by a vehicle or something. No, this candlelight service was in honor of people who lost their lives in the course of the protest. This was done in several parts of Nigeria, and that reminded me of a number of things. I can imagine how the family are grieving at this particular moment. I can only imagine the father, the parent of the young man in this southwest part of Nigeria who was killed, and the one who was standing on the road in Lagos just watching, and stray bullets hit him, and a number of other people, and even those that they have not been able to pinpoint where exactly they are. So what do you do in moments like these, in states like these, where everywhere seems to be going in one direction and people seem to be fighting for the same cause, and you see pictures flying here and there, videos flying here and there that can trigger? So I'm just going to say, first of all, you need to realize that graphic images, videos can trigger anything in you. So if you have an ongoing mental health condition, you need to pay attention to that and be very careful of what you check on social media, what you watch. It is not every video that you would have to open. It's not every video that you should open. It's not every tweet that you should read. In fact, for some of you, you may have to leave social media in the time being, all right, for you to help yourself. If you're a professional, working in that space, either as a doctor or as a nurse, a healthcare professional as it were, or a counselor, you need to come to that point where you, as much as you may want to get emotional, okay, because you're human and it's okay for you to be emotional, you may want to just be empathetic with yourself, first of all, and then show that empathy to those that you take care of. For those who work in the mental health space, either as therapists, counselors, or psychiatrists, or nurses, you need to also, after every session that you have had, release yourself, all right? Release, offload, let me use that word, offload the things that you have taken in. And that's because these roles require that you absorb the negative energy from people, that you absorb I see, like, people come to dump the things that bother them. They come to dump it at our footstep, and you swallow everything in. You need to throw them out as well. So you may want to, after every session, find yourself a space or someone to talk to, most importantly, and rant if you want to let it out. Don't keep those emotions bottled up. Create room for yourself to do that. One of the things that helps is the breathing exercise. Okay, just take those deep breaths, and as much as possible release, right? Exhale and inhale. Exhale rotting and old breath, and inhale fresh breath. You also need to, come to that point where you spend time with yourself. So much is going on. I agree, so much is going on, but you need to understand that you cannot save everyone. Don't try to be the savior of everyone. Do what you can, right? Paying attention to your health. Do what you can, understanding that you need to take care of yourself too. Do what you can, knowing fully well that there is a need for you to actually check on yourself too, all right? And so I'm going to share I'm going to play a particular sound, and as you listen to that sound, I want you to spend time with yourself, right, and find yourself, right? Those things that seem to have given you bad energy, try to release them. Okay, try to release them. Say those things that you are not comfortable with, those things that you want to let out of your system. All right, try to say them out. Okay, say them out. If getting a journal would help, you can also get a journal and write them out. But let this music lead you right out of that particular state of mind where you are. Let this music lead you out of that thought process of everything not going well. And this is applicable to everyone, irrespective of the job that you do, as long as you have been exposed to the things happening at this point in time. I don't want to use the word chaos, right? And so it's not about chaos, it's about things that are happening that are unprecedented, creating a change within the society, which involves you and I, all right, as long as we want a better society. And so you may not be able to dissociate yourself from the things that are happening. On a personal note, you shouldn't, but again, that's a personal decision. However, you need to pay attention to your thought process. You need to pay attention to the things that are running through your mind. Okay, so spend time, all right, taking this music, breathe in and breathe out. And if this is not working, then you can reach out to those who are willing to help you run through this process and be a better person. I want to encourage you out there that you should not lose hope on life. I know that for some people at this point they are choked. They seem to have been thrown into a box and lose so much. I want you to understand that it's a phase, all right? It's a phase that you cannot allow to get the best part of you. It's a phase that you cannot allow to drown you. You don't deserve to be drowned, all right? You don't deserve to go through this kind of experience, okay? And so suicide is not a good thought. Suicide is not the way forward, okay? You can reach out for help. There are organizations like Mentally Aware Nigeria. There's also the Stand to End Rape, which these two people are available to help people, and a number of organizations as well, Side Babul. You can also reach out to me, and a number of other organizations. But you need to first of all understand that there are people out there who are interested, all right, in lending a helping hand in situations like this and in times like this. These are times that we have not seen before in our generation, and so there is no template for how things would be, right? And so you need to understand that you're human and nobody is asking you to get a hold of yourself, because you're not able to get a hold of yourself. So I'm just going to stop there, and I hope that you find this little tip that I have shared useful. As the song plays, as the music plays, I want you to spend that time with yourself. All right. Imagine the kind of future that you want to see. Imagine the kind of life that you want to live. Imagine where you want to be in 5, 6, 10 years time. All right, let this music remind you of those beautiful moments that you want to experience, and let it serve as a call that your life matters, that your life is worth it, that your life is significant and shouldn't be snuffed out of you. All right, and so let it remind you, let it bring you closer to that, to the good life that you want to live. Let it serve as a reminder that anxiety has nothing on you. Let it serve as a reminder that depression has nothing on you. Let it serve as a reminder that panic attack has nothing on you. That you can actually be the best version of yourself. Let it remind you that you are not a failure. Let it remind you that success awaits you. Oh, let it remind you to celebrate the little wins that you have. Let it remind you that success starts from some point, and that the fact that you're able to listen to this today means that you're successful because you are alive. That you may not be where you want to be, but you're not also where you were some years back or even yesterday. And if it seemed like you were where you were some days back, remind yourself that things are getting better. You're reminded that there's a brighter side to this life, and that you will get there because you deserve to be there. Take these thoughts along with you. Take this journey along with you. Write down your affirmations. Write down those things that you say to yourself that are positive. And if you feel that you need to talk to someone, please reach out to the organizations that I mentioned earlier. And I'm also going to put them somewhere on the screen or in the description. But please remember that you matter. I don't even know what title to give to this video, but hey, I love you. And so everyone in the world, we ask you to join us. Join us in bringing an end to police brutality rather. Join us in the call for justice in Nigeria. Join us in the call for the federal government of Nigeria to do the right thing. I'll see you next time.